Car customization in GTA 5 might not be the best in the video game world, but there are some rarer customization options that are only available on a small amount of vehicles, from louvers, roof boxes, and even ladders. So today let's touch on 170 vehicles and their rare modifications in Los Santos Customs. To start, we have the addition of louvers in-game. Typically seen on muscle cars, this modification was originally used as a heat and glare reduction in real life, but in GTA, it's really just a cosmetic choice. These rear window covers can be seen on the Beater Dukes, Buffalo EVX, Buffalo STX, Chavos V6, as well as on the Cheburek, though it can be found under the roof option. The Cheetah Classic has its louvers in the spoiler category, while the Club, Dominator, and Pisswasser Dominator are like the Cheburek and have them under roof options. Though these aren't the only Dominators with this option, as the Dominator ASP and Dominator GTT also feature them, as well as the Euros X32. All three versions of the ZR380 have louvers through its stock option, though only the Future Shock ZR380 has modifiable options. The Gauntlet Classic has louvers as a roof option, while the Gauntlet Classic Custom has them listed as window plates. The Greenwood and Ignis have a louver category in the LSC menu, and keeping us moving, the Infernus has stock louvers. The Infernus Classic has the option under its engine covers, and both the Jester and Jester Race Car has them as a roof option. However, the Jester RR is unique, having them in their own section. The La Cruz has the option under Trunks, unlike the Nebula Turbo and Panther, which have a single category for them. The Pagali's one and only louver is a spoiler option, and the Silvestra has the choice as a chassis upgrade. The SC1 has both stock window covers and upgradable designs, with the Sentinel Classic only having them as an added upgrade under its roof category. But the Sentinel Classic wide body has them under its own separate category as well. To wrap up this part of the video, the Toreador has stock and modifiable options, the Torero has an engine cover option, the Tropos Rally has it as stock and modifiable options under its roof mods, and the Uranus Law Speed has louvers under its roof section as well. The Viserys has them in engine covers with the Vigero ZX, Vorschlaghammer, Yuga Classic, and ZR350 all having louver specific categories, with the last vehicle being the Zion Classic, which again has them under the roof section. Moving on to the front of the car, sunstrips can be seen on nearly 100 vehicles. Used to help reduce glare and improve driver visibility in sunny conditions, this modification isn't exactly rare, as it's available on nearly 10% of all vehicles. A more stylish and classical option is the sun visor, which is located on the exterior of the vehicle. This modification is only available on 16 vehicles. These are the Briosa 300 widebody, Broadway, Clique Wagon, Dynasty, Eudora, Fagaloa, Gang Burrito, Hustler, both the Sand King short wheelbase and the Sand King XL, the Slam Truck, the Slam Van Custom, Surfer Custom, Weevil Custom, Yuga Classic, and the Yuga Classic 4x4, which is the only vehicle in the entire game to have both a visor and louver option. Now, although I'm fairly certain that nobody will be making a custom garage for the next category, it is interesting to know that only 29 vehicles have trim modifications, which change the chrome or painted detailing around the sides of the vehicles and sometimes their grille or headlights. These 29 vehicles include the Asbo, Brigham, Briosa 300 and Briosa 300 widebody, Broadway, Clique, Coquette D1, Deity, Envisage, Fagaloa, Fudo GTX, the Greenwood, the Hermes, the New Hardy, the Impaler LX, Issy Classic, Kanjo SJ, Pipistrello, Postlude, Remus, Roosevelt Valor, Thrax, as well as every version of the Tornado and the Tornado Custom, the Tulip M100, the Famos, the Weevil Custom, and finally, every single version of the Walton L35, including the Walton L35, the Walton L35 stock, and the Drift Walton L35 stock. Among the rumors of GTA 6, there's talks that our weapons might be stored within the trunk of our vehicle. If this ends up being the case, perhaps other modifications could be used to increase our weapon capacity within the vehicle, such as roof boxes. In GTA 5, however, roof boxes are again just for appearance and serve no actual benefit. That being said, they do look very nice on family or road trip-esque vehicles such as the Issy Rally, the Growler, the Asbo, the Castigator, the Dorado, Remus, Ballista Kanjo, Cavalcade XL, Comet S2, Fudo GTX, Monstrosity, the Novak, Omnis EGT, Postlude, Reinhardt, the Sultan RS Classic, or the family-friendly Vivinite. Now, I think it's important to mention that this category is super important for those looking to answer today's daily poll over on my community tab. For those who don't know, every day I post a multiple choice question about the vehicles or properties within GTA to test your knowledge of the game, and I try and keep them challenging for all skill levels. Getting back to rare modifications, only 6 vehicles have the option to add a ladder. Now, I'm aware that many vehicles in the game may have a ladder as stock, but only the Surfer Custom, Weevil Custom, Yuga Classic 4x4, Apocalypse Scarab, Nightmare Scarab, and the Barrage have options to change or customize them. Similar to Sunstrips, nearly 100 vehicles have the option to change or modify their mirrors, though many of these vehicles only allow you to change the color. Today, I want to talk about the vehicles that allow you to move the location of them. To start, only 14 vehicles have the option to move the mirrors to the hood of the vehicle, which is a much more common occurrence on older vehicles with longer hoods, though in GTA 5 the option can be seen on the following vehicles: the Warner HKR, Weevil Custom, Dynasty, Fegaloa, Postlude, Clique, 190Z, 300R, the Banshee GTS, Cheburek, Pipistrello, Coquette D1, Silvestra, and the ZR350. An even more rare location you might see mirrors is when they're connected to the roof of the vehicle. This option is only available on 10 vehicles, which include the Weevil Custom, Fegaloa, Clique, Brioso 300 Widebody, Broadway, Clique Wagon, the Eudora, Slam Truck, Brigham, and the Tahoma Coupe, which means the Fegaloa and Weevil Custom are the only cars to have both hood and roof options for their mirrors. However, I did say I'd talk about the rarest type of mirror, and I only know of 3 vehicles with this option. On newer vehicles in real life, it's common to see cameras replacing physical mirrors. These experimental mirrors tend to display the image on screens inside the vehicle, sometimes on the A-pillar. These can be seen on the 10F widebody and the Neon. As you can see, these mirrors are very tiny and don't have a reflective surface, leading me to believe that they are in fact camera-based mirrors. Another common place to see this type of mirror is on rally vehicles, and the La Cruz has the most obvious camera setup, and this is the only vehicle to feature this specific design. Now, if you're interested in seeing even more rare modifications, click the video on screen where I cover every vehicle that has a wheelie bar, surfboard, drift charm, and even more.